Hello and welcome to Console Tours, taking you to the real-life locations behind your favorite games. So, getting on our handy-dandy, so let's see. Other Floaroma and Fuego Ironworks. And
I don't have anything to say about Fuego Ironworks.
Oh yeah, we don't have to necessarily go there, because I don't think we can fly directly there, but Iron Island. You mentioned to me that Iron Island was probably based off of a real,
So there are a lot of islands off the coast of Hokkaido, and I don't know... Actually, I know Full Moon and New Moon. The ones that are further out. Which are those two?
Full Moon and New Moon are not on the map. You can go to them through somebody in Canalave.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about all of them right now.
So Full Moon and New Moon Islands are based off of Rishiri and Rebun, which are two islands geographically about where those two islands are up there.
Yeah. These are probably them, they just don't show up.
Rishiri and Rebun are basically an adventurer's paradise. They're known for outdoor sports. You go there for hiking, you go there for mountain climbing, you go there for challenging yourself to these really, really hard trails and really intense mountain climbs, and this is one of the few locations in Hokkaido that I actually did not make it to during my 2 years in the prefecture, specifically because getting there is expensive. Flying from Chitose Airport or from one of the airports in central Hokkaido out to Rishiri and Rebun could, on a good day, be more expensive than flying to Tokyo.
Dang.
There were also ferries, but again, that would require, because of the not necessarily amazing public transport system in that area of Hokkaido, that would have required taking my car all the way up from Pastoria, essentially where I lived, up there. So, due to unfortunate financial reasons and being a rather indifferent mountain climber on the best day, I never made it up to Full Moon and New Moon, but I can say with confidence that that's what they are.
Alright. So shall we Floaroma?
Let's do... What's next after? What's next?
Eterna.
Yeah, let's do Floaroma. And then I think we'll stop.
Okay.
Because I can... Floaroma is another I know a lot about. And then we're getting into the areas I don't know as much about.
Okay.
So.
There are a couple of ones that I think are going to be interesting. Do you see that little... Hold on, I'm going to go back to the map real quick. Celestic, I think is going to... It's not Ainu culture, but I think it'll have interesting parallels when we get there.
Probably.
But for now...
Yeah, let's talk
Floaroma.
Floaroma is based on a combination of two towns that put together make basically the most beautiful and aesthetically pleasing parts of Hokkaido. That would be Furano and Hiei, which are known, you'll never believe it, for flowers.
Shock.
And I have got to give the developers of this game an absolute shout out here, because these are the exact flower colors that you're going to be looking at if you visit Furano during the peak season. The purple you're looking at there is lavender, then you also see poppy, and you see various other flowers during the year depending on the season. The red and the yellow, but especially the red and yellow poppies and the purple lavender. Alright, Dorothy. But no, this is a view that I've seen in my life. Like this, I'm looking at a flower field in Furano and I'm seeing the exact patterning and colors that one would expect to see. Which is kind of amazing that they managed to get this so exactly right. So Furano is an absolutely wonderful town. It's pretty much... It's a little closer to the center of Hokkaido than Floaroma is to the center of Sinnoh. So here the geography gets a little bit shaky because like I said, there are large stretches of open area between towns in a lot of the middle of Hokkaido. So you don't necessarily get that here. I think they've squished things in a bit, because the actual Floaroma, or Furano, is pretty much dead center. Not quite as far to the west as you're seeing it here. As I've said, it's famous primarily for lavender fields. They are beautiful, beautiful fields of purple flowers that just stretch out on all sides of you and produce some of the most beautiful sights I have seen in my life. I'm not being sarcastic here. I adore Furano. I adore the flower fields with all my heart. In addition, it's a really nice touristy town. It's got ski resorts during the winter that are, I've been told, are good for skiing, but because I'm indifferent to skier as I am a mountain climber, I don't actually know. It has a winery and a cheese factory, which I can, in fact, vouch for. They're both excellent. If you visit Furano, you should absolutely try the wine, because it's really good. And you should indulge in all of the lavender-scented and enhanced and flavor products. As you might suspect, Furano is known for lavender, and not only bath soaps and shampoos and your sort of personal hygiene items, but also lavender food. So you can get lavender flavored cakes and cookies and ice cream and soda and wine, all of which is absolutely delicious. And my personal favorite, lavender baths, which are great for the skin. My time in Furano, or my several visits to Furano, were actually some of my favorite time in Hokkaido because of how much there was to do there and how beautiful of a town it was. This was very frequently a meetup spot for the other expatriates living in the area. Oh, wow, they even got the wind turbines! Oh my gosh, they even got the wind turbines!
Yeah, this is the Windworks. I was gonna ask,
Yup, there's that. And speaking of the wind, not necessarily about wind turbines, but during one of my trips to Furano, I actually got to do something that I never thought I would get to do in my entire life. I rode a hot air balloon.
Huh. That would explain why there are drift blimps and drift balloons.
Yes. Furano, one of its famous touristy things that you can do there is you can ride a hot air balloon. And as weird as this is going to sound, the time of year you actually want to do this is winter. It's going to be cold as cold things.
Cold as a jinx.
It's gonna be cold as a jinx, and you're gonna want to wear 3 or 4 layers of clothing. But the reason why you want to go up in a balloon in winter is because these little snow crystals get caught up in the upper atmosphere, and they're called diamond dust. And you just get up there, and you look around, and you're just in this field of glitter and sparkle like some kind of fairy princess. And it's absolutely transcendent.
Maybe that's why Shiva in FF7 always has diamond dust.
Yeah, diamond dust is a real thing, and it's in Hokkaido, and it's beautiful. It's not really an experience I can describe, and if I'm putting a photo up on screen here right now, it is a photo that someone else took, because the entire time that I was in the balloon, I didn't even think to take pictures. I was just staring with my mouth gaping open like a Magikarp at the world surrounding me. It was one of the key experiences of my life, and we're getting way too serious for this video about Pokemon. But yeah, go to Furano, go to Floaroma. This is absolutely accurate. Is there a gym in this town?
There isn't, but there is the Fuego Ironworks, which is what I'm trying to get to, and apparently I didn't actually encounter all these people in this save, or somehow their battle setting got reset, so just let me completely curb stomp them with Bahamut.
Yeah. My buddy in Pokemon Go is a shiny Roselia right now.
Well, unfortunately Bahamut just terraflared it.
Bahamut keeps terrifying things. I love these days. Anyway, so I would so far give Floaroma the award for most accurately portrayed, because it really feels like I am in... Sorry, he's surfing on a Bibarel. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I really feel like I'm in the actual location. And I know I've already said, you know, go to Sapporo, go to Naboribatsu, but if there's one place in Hokkaido that does not get the reputation that it deserves, it's Furano. Because it's beautiful, there's so many different things that you can do there. You can go take a bath in like a hidden onsen in the middle of the woods. You can ski, you can snowboard.
You can find Magmar. I've been meaning to ask: is the Pokemon representation like true to life? Are there as many Magmar around the?
No, I'd say mostly grass types.
Oh, okay.
Though I would guess the prevalence of Magmar in this area would have to... Oh yeah, Gastrodon! Actually, I'd say there's plenty of Gastrodon. Snail in Hokkaido is absolutely delicious, so it makes a really great pizza topping.
Are there two primary varieties of snail?
No, just the one.
Okay, well, I asked because Shellos has two variations, east and west.
And what I was saying, the reason why I think there's Magmar is for the volcanic activity. All of the sacred lakes that Sinnoh's lakes are based off of are caldera lakes that are inactive, and in the case of one of them, possibly someday, again, still active volcanoes.
But yeah. This area's sort of gym is that it's an optional challenge. It might have been a gym at one point, but infamously, there were almost no fire types in the original two Gen 4 releases, so that basically all you had were your starter, Chimchar, and the evolutions, and Ponyta. And that. So...
Well, Ponyta at least is accurate.
Because
Hokkaido being where horses are bred, primarily in Japan. And that's a subject for another recording, because I have so much to say about that. So, yeah, I guess we'll probably cut an episode here. We'll probably cut this in several, but one thing I just want to say is we'll be making more videos about this, but hey, if you have any questions about living in Hokkaido, about the connections between Sinnoh and Hokkaido, about how the heck did you end up in Hokkaido in the first place, like, hey, reach out to me. I'm on Twitter at derletztentons. I'm on GameLuster under my name, Kate Mitchell. So just heck, reach out to me because I love talking about Hokkaido and everything to do with it. Obviously, it's a place that I'm passionate about, that I've shared so much of my life with. So yeah, talk to me about Hokkaido.
And if you have any suggestions for future episodes after we finish up looking at Sinnoh and the other Hokkaido-related areas, let us know, and we can see if we can get some console tours going.
Yeah. Ask me about Hokkaido.